Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Today, we're joined by Tom Godden, cloud expert with extensive experience leading digital transformative initiatives. Tom is the general director of enterprise strategy, AWS enterprise strategy, and is the member of the AWS enterprise strategy team. He relies on his extensive experience as both CIO and CTO to consult with other executives on how they can drive higher value from their own migrations to the cloud. Tom, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Ken, thank you so much. Excited to get a chance. Always love talking about this topic. There's so much going on right now in the industry around cloud, around generative AI, around the use of data that there's an unlimited list of topics to talk about.
All right, great. Well, to kick things off, Tom, you've been in the cloud space for a while now. You've been leading several large-scale digital transformation efforts, including cloud migrations for different companies. One for Wolters Kluwer, and two for the Foundation Medicine as a genomics diagnostics company. What are some of the biggest general trends that you see shaping the future of cloud technology, and what sort of challenges do you think these organizations will face in keeping up?
Yeah, so it is a really exciting time. And I mentioned one of them. Everyone's so excited about generative AI and the possibilities in what it can do. But in order to leverage generative AI, you need to have your foundation right. So you got to get that cloud foundation right. You really need to be operating and leveraging the power of the cloud. And we talk about the power of the cloud because of the breadth of what we're talking about here, the amount of data and information that's needed, and the amount of compute that's needed to be able to do this.
What are some of the challenges that you see, and then how are some of the solutions that you suggest in solving those challenges?
That's a great question. One of the ones, and it's a little bit of an obvious one, but maybe not so obvious, is there needs to be a why. I have people who are rushing out to go implement cloud, rushing out to go do generative AI. And maybe they're doing it because all the cool kids are doing it. They're doing it because they feel like they should be doing it, but they're not doing it to solve a business problem or capitalize on a business opportunity. At Amazon, we talk about working backwards from the customer need. Find that opportunity within inside your organization, analyze it, and understand that using generative AI, using the cloud, using data would be the right solution for it, and then go ahead and do it. Going beyond that, you need to have your senior leadership team aligned. This is not something that can be done alone. And then, it comes down to people. All this technology is exciting, and AWS has phenomenal technology. But if you don't get your people right, if you don't get your people comfortable with this, you're just not ultimately going to be successful.
And moving on to the next topic, in which you mentioned about Amazon, right? A little bit more in my home territory. Let's talk about Amazon's vast network of fulfillment centers. Given your experience in large scale operations, how can cloud computing help further optimize these fulfillment centers?
Yeah, so one of the things with the fulfillment centers is just a constant pace of rapid innovation, constant progress, trying new things, exploring new things. Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, has a great quote that what you want to be able to do is conduct a lot of experiments, but not have to deal with the long-term consequence of failed experiments. And cloud lets you do that. It lets you be agile, allows you to spin up resources, try new things. And if it doesn't work, deprovision them, turn them off. The other thing that's beautiful about the cloud is elasticity. You know this better than I in the fulfillment center. No day is the same day. Seasonality, obviously building up towards the holidays is important, but just even a Monday is different from behavior on a Tuesday or a Friday. The cloud allows you to ramp up and ramp down demand as you need it. And it allows you to bring sophisticated top tier services that are complete and ready to go to be able to provide those innovation capabilities for organizations.
And within these organizations and fulfillment centers, there's a lot of data, right? A lot of big data generated by these centers. How can cloud analytics contribute to both the safety, customer experience, and operational efficiency of these fulfillment centers?
Yeah, so let's talk about data privacy here for a minute. There's an enormous wealth of data, and we take our customers' data, the privacy, the security of that data is our number one priority. And we make AWS sovereign by design. And what we mean by sovereign by design in our sovereignty pledge is that all of our customers will have control over their data. They will understand where their data is and be able to verify where that data is. They'll have the ability to encrypt that data everywhere, in every place it's used, and in every place it transitions, and that they will then ultimately be able to rely on the resiliency of the cloud to protect and to manage that data. So you need to have that foundation right for customers.
And expanding on the topics of both ethics and public policy, what are some tangible things that cloud providers like AWS can ensure ethical treatment of customer data?
Well, the biggest thing is, again, to understand our sovereign pledge and to understand that global financial institutions, large pharmaceutical institutions, large government agencies, military agencies, and intelligence agencies depend upon AWS because we build that resilient, private, secure environment. And we've built it from the ground up to be that way. And then I always tell customers, if you want to have protection over your data, encrypt it. Encrypt it in transit, encrypt it at rest. You maintain the keys. You have access to your data. No one can ever get access to your data then. Remain in control.
With cloud technology constantly evolving, what is your general vision for its future impact on businesses like Amazon and beyond?
Yeah, I think, part of the exciting thing about this job is, gosh, we just don't know. I'm always excited to see what our customers are going to be able to build, next. But what we're seeing is a further advancement of using cloud to be able to bring to life artificial intelligence, machine learning, whether that's image recognition, whether that's speech to text or text to speech capabilities, or now more sophisticated things with machine learning and with generative AI. But we're also just seeing just pure, digitally transformed organizations that are able to reinvent themselves with the power of the cloud. And so I think we're going to see people capitalizing on that agility, on that ability to be innovative, on the ability to take those higher level services and build things out of them, and to do all of that quickly and to do it in a sustainable and responsible way.
Well, thank you so much for having this wonderful conversation, Tom. That's all the questions I have so far. Do you have any lasting words for our viewers about the future, the vision that you may have, and any other things that you'd like to share with our audience?
Yeah, the only thing, Ken, and I appreciate the time, I'd just like to double down on the sustainability. We're focused on building a sustainable organization. In 2019, Amazon and Global Optimism co-created the Climate Pledge, where we've had over 420 companies join us in that. And as part of it, we plan to be carbon zero with our emissions by 2040, 10 years ahead of the Paris Agreement. And as part of that, we'll be running 100% renewable energy by 2025 across all of Amazon, 5 years ahead of our initial target. So all this technology is exciting. It's exciting to talk about generative AI, exciting to talk about the cloud. But if we don't do it in a responsible way, it's not going to matter.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for your time. And thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of The Robots Are Coming. Next time, we'll have more professors and technologists speaking on the topics of technology, public policy, and more. So make sure you subscribe to The Robots Are Coming wherever you're listening to, and tell all of your buddies to do that as well. Thank you.